Hello, everyone. Hi. Hi. Yes, I know. It's been a minute since I've come on with my girl. You are an asset. I had vacation and some other things that transpired um, in my life recently. And it has definitely had me take a little bit of a pause there. However, I am back. I'm back. And looking forward to coming on again and doing lives. And also, I have a special guest lined up for in the upcoming week or so that I will be having on here. And we're going to talk about some things. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, you guys know who I am. I'm Farah of the Relatable Coach. Okay, um, I'm not just anybody's coach, I'm the relatable coach because I can relate on so many different things and topics and um, deals with marriages and deals with heartbreaks, deals with divorce, deals with child custody, deals with all those things and above. Okay. That's why I'm the relatable coach. So today's topic is reassurance. Reassurance. Okay. So before we get into the reassurance, let's talk about the unsure. So unsure technically kind of means that I don't know. I'm kind of unsure about. I'm kind of timid. Um, I don't know if that's right. Should I do this? Should I do that? Um, don't quite know how to feel about this situation. Um, Kind of want to laugh and then I want to cry at the same time. So it's an overwhelming feeling of basically being anxious, being unsure, being having that anxiety about a situation or a relationship or whatever ordeal could be happening. This is where the unsure attitude comes in. So, it happens. It just happens with everyone. We've all been there. We've all had anxious moments. We've all had anxiety moments and things where we have been unsure and we just need some reassurance. Okay? So here's the topic, the reassurance, okay? Especially when you are going into a new relationship and you just came out of a toxic one. Okay. You just came out of a toxic marriage, a toxic relationship. You've been around toxic people, and you really don't know how it triggers you and how it bothers you or how you overall is dealing with it until you get like one on one with someone. And there goes all of the flare ups, the tension, the triggers, the everything that you could imagine. Okay. So with going in certain things, that's why it's so important that you can communicate your feelings. You can talk to whoever it is that you love on and say, hey, I have so much unsurety. I have thoughts in my head that you're going to do this. You're going to run out the house and you're gonna cheat on me. You're gonna because I've been through that. I'm unsure. I have this anxiety about wanting to be right up under you, or I have this feeling that you have to give me the reassurance that it's okay to be separated for a couple hours and you can trust that person to do that. Or the reassurance is also you get in a discussion with someone and it doesn't lead to something where you start talking down here and then it starts to elevate and elevate and then you're like, oh, where is this going? Is this going where I used to know how arguments used to go, or is it going okay because we are communicating. We're understanding each other. No one's throwing anything. No one is I'm dropping words and no one is what is the word I'm looking for? Just basically not realizing who you are. Like they are disrespecting you. It doesn't have to go there. And this is why it's so important to communicate your feelings and your emotions about being in a relationship because no one knows what you've been through in your past, right? You may have told them just a little bit, little dab, little this, that, and the other, but no one really knows what triggers you, what gives you that uncertainty, what gives you that unassurance, that anxiety. I could say for myself, my husband doesn't really have to give me the reassurance because I seen it first face on, Um, true story. I dated a little bit, and with that dating, I got to know and got to see a lot of different guys and we talked and chat and things like that and with that, you kinda know where a person's head is at, you know what I mean? And when I first had that conversation with my husband, who I'm married to now, um, we both were on the same page as far as arguments go, as far as not understanding each other, as far as not giving each other space, as far as, let me do my thing, you do yours. You know what I mean? Not jumping outside of the house or jumping off the porch or whatever y'all wanna call it. But, you know, he gives me that reassurance, that it's okay to be you. It's okay to continue to foresee your dreams and your goals. He gives me the push and the same vice versa. You know what I mean? There's the reassurance also is there, and it kind of allows me to not be so anxious and not have that anxiety that I had in the past because there was times where I was really like, God, I don't know how this night's gonna go, not home yet. Is he even gonna come home? You know, um, can I truthfully say that he's just out with the boys, which we know that wasn't pretty much the situation. Um, can I say that he's gonna come in and he's gonna be okay? Or is he gonna come in and start an argument or chaos or like just on a whole different planet? Here I am on Earth and he's up here somewhere else where I don't know and can't recognize. I feel so comfortable and able to be my soft self because us women, we are soft, okay? I don't care who wants to be hard, go ahead and be hard. I love to be soft. And I've said this in my previous recordings or lives. I love to be soft. I don't want to be hard. I want my husband to be hard because he's the man. I'm the woman. Somebody knock on that door, babe. Somebody at the door, you know. Um, flat tire. Yeah, I can change a tire. Yeah, I've done it before. However, I have a husband and babe, I got a flat tire. Okay. Usually we got AAA, so you just say call AAA, you know what I mean? But if it's something that he can handle and AAA can't get there in time or whatever the situation is, he gonna be there. You know what I mean? Because he allows me to be soft, you know. Can I put a cabinet together? Absolutely. Absolutely. Without directions? Absolutely. Can I change a doorknob? Absolutely. Will I do that now? No, not unless I have to. Some things are just catered to be for the male side. Let's get back to our topic because I kind of fell off a little bit. Excuse me. But the reassurance is there. It's showing me that Farah, be Farah, and with whoever I'm talking to now, be you. Be you and allow yourself to be you. Don't let anyone else change who you are because once they start to mold you and change you around, that's not you, right? If someone is changing you like a Rubik's cube, switching you up every so often, I want you to be this way today. Oh no, I want to argue with you today. Oh no, no, you're going to be my maid today. You are not being yourself. You're not doing it out of your fulfillment. You're not doing it to be enjoyable to do it. You know what I mean? Um, so reassurance. When you've come out of a toxic, horrible marriage, horrible relationship, yes, it is good to give yourself time to breathe, time to regain yourself, time to get to know yourself and love on yourself. Yes, absolutely. However, you are still going to be tried. You're going to be tried. And you cannot, in certain situations, you cannot say this person is just like that person. That means you're not giving that person a chance to be who they are and who they could be to you in your life. If you weighed everybody at this level from this old horrible thing that you had going on and it never prospered, it was always horrible. He did this to me, she did this to me, and guess what? You're going to do the same thing to me because this person did this to me. You can't do that. You have to allow people to be their genuine selves because guess what? The real McCoy will show up. They can fake it if they want. However, the real McCoy always show up. But with the reassurance, if you are dating someone that you know, they've been perfectly honest with you. They've told you, honey, I got triggers. This is what happened. He did this to me. She did this to me. I feel like I can't trust anyone. I feel like I'm a letdown. I feel like I'm the scum of the earth. I feel like this, that, and the other. That person should understand that. If they really have your corner in your corner and they really have your back, they should understand that. And that's where the reassurance comes in. Okay. So hear me out. So the reassurance is not like geared towards like babying them or, pacifier in them or like doing stuff you know, outside of normal things. um, but the reassurance, it could be, okay, you like you say, okay, honey, I'm gonna run out for a minute. Okay. All right, I'll see you later. Um, you have to have that trust that that person is they're going out and they're gonna come back in a minute. You have to have a reassurance spirit that's going to have them believe that you are going to be okay with them going out. And then when I come back, it's not going to be, oh, where you was at, who you was with, oh, this, that, and another. And then now I'm assuming this and I'm assuming that, especially from a person that has been through something. You have to understand. And sometimes when it's two people that have been through things, triggering things, toxic relationships, which is very prevalent in today's society, like the culture is full of this whole thing that I'm talking about, with the unassurity. The reassurance definitely heals a person from their past trauma. You can be a healing aspect in this relationship if you allow yourself to be. If you don't always just jump to the defense when someone is saying something to you, it could be because they've had trauma in the past. Is not relating it so much to you. However, they want that reassurance that it is going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to go this, that, and the other. I'm going to make sure, like some people have trouble with um, girls or guys spending all the money and not having enough money to pay the bills. You're going to give that person a reassurance that, hey, even we don't share bank accounts, which I don't. Um, I'm gonna take care of what I need to take care of, and you're gonna take care of what you need to take care of, and there's that reassurance that he don't have to come to me every time and say, "Hey, you gotta pay this. Did you pay that? Did you pay this?" Because I've already gave him that reassurance that I got it all under control. Okay. And it's the same way with, like your kids and their schoolwork, like, sometimes you have to juggle that, the reassurance. Yes, honey, I made sure the kids did their homework, or um can you do this? That and the other, and the reassurance comes in like, okay, yep, I know they're going to take care of it. They did it already. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about it. There was times where I had to worry about everything, everything, every single bill, every single thing that happened, the kids, the homework assignments, the picking them up from a friend's, dropping them off at a friend's. I didn't have the support that I have now, you know, and it's very hard for me to to let some of that go, and I still be doing it. And I'm like, dang, why am I doing so much? Like, like literally, I have my person that, if I say, can you do this, that, and the other? Oh, sure, no problem. But for me, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then I'm tired, because it should be spread it abroad when you're in a relationship. Okay. And the reassurance also helps with overthinking. I'm a big time overthinker. Like I'm thinking like a year from now, or I'm thinking what's going to happen next week when this come up, or how we going to do this, how we going to do that. You know what I mean? Big time overthinker, but the reassurance is that my husband is a very he's pretty patient when it comes to things like that, like I'd be like, "Oh, we gotta do this. We gotta get the backyard together." I'm liking her. He like, "No, we'll get it." I don't know if it's just because he don't want to do it right now, but it be pressing on me, and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta really get this done." You know what I mean? Da 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 da. Summer's here. Backyard looks horrible. I need to like weed my yard and all of that stuff and get it together for the summer. Um, However, it is it is so satisfying to have that reassurance, and neither of us have trust issues. And believe it or not, I should have big time trust issues. However, he gives me that reassurance that I don't have to hold that up because he's mine. And I don't have to worry about that, and the same vice versa, I'm his. He don't have to worry about that. There's the reassurance there, and once you have a reassurance, there's no need to keep revisiting it, you know? And another thing, if you, trust someone in your marriage and your relationships, yeah, we're gonna come down this avenue. There's no reason you should be checking up behind them, because guess what? What's done in the dark will come to the light. It always do. And this has always been an old saying, I know, but it's always been the truth. What's done in the dark will always come to the light. It will always surface. There's no reason for you to go around and be detective and searching and all this stuff. Just be prepared for if it do come up that you're ready to do what you need to do. Okay. Um, there's the intuition that all of us have. Women have it at the utmost. You know when something ain't right. You know when something is off, even with your kids. You're like, something off. You doing this, even when they're sick. You're like, what's wrong with you? You ain't been up. You've been laying down all day. Are you okay? You feeling all right? It's the same with your spouse or your mate, or your girlfriend or boyfriend. You know when something's off, right? So there's no reason to go play detective. Now it's time to communicate. Okay. What's going on? Please tell me what's happening, And when you come to people to talk, you don't come at them when you're talking to them. You want to use a very even tone when you're speaking to someone because guess what? You're not their dad, you're not their mother, and nothing you say is going to make or break them be whoever they are. So, let's get that straight for one. You can shake your head, you can point your finger, you can get loud, you can do all of that, this, that, and the above. But at the end of the day, you're not their mother and you're not their father. So what does that mean? That means that whatever you say can't possibly just go in and out of their ears because usually a mother and a father, when they say something to their child, rather whatever age they are, they do take it into consideration. However, when they are adults, they make their own decisions on rather, okay, I'm going to use this or not. You know, I'm going to take my mom's word or I'm going to take my dad's word at this and try it this way. You know what I mean? Because they have lived this life longer than me you know but that's the key, and so many people feel like when we are communicating I need to keep raising my voice higher above this person. You're getting nowhere because now everyone's going to get all tense because they're going to say you're yelling, they're going to say you're fussing at them, they're going to no one wants to be fussed at, even kids, even animals don't like getting fussed at. So communication. Okay. And if you're not aware of how effectively you can communicate things, then hey, hit me up. because I can show you a lot of different strategies on how to communicate to your mate or your spouse on different things that you may be pondering or different things you may want to discuss and you don't know how to break the ice. Okay. There's different ways to do it. There's times to do it as well. Timing with men is not right when they get home from work. Women, they don't wanna hear your mouth haggling them and and telling them, Don't no man wanna hear that and they just got off work, okay? Because I don't wanna hear and I just got off work. I'm tired, I done beat the road done beat me, because I done beat the road trying to get home. So, let your man rest for a minute, you know? Tap the water a little bit, see, how you feeling today, you know? You could definitely tell when it's a good time. It's not a good time when a person is going through things, when a person feels at the end of the rope, when they feel like their back is against the wall and everything is against them. That is not a good time to have a communication with someone concerning something that is far fetched off of what their thinking pattern is on. Okay. So, first, you want to make sure there's effective communication. Secondly, you want to make sure that it's a good time. Okay. And you can also ask your mate that. Is it a good time we talk? Or can we schedule to talk? Can we sit down and talk? You know, doesn't always have to be going outside of the house. If you know how to conduct yourself properly, you know, um, let's talk. And then maybe open up with prayer before you start talking. you know and that way it kind of breaks the ice for things, and then when you are talking about things, you never want to point the finger. You never want to say you did this, you. No, it's us. Okay, because when you're in a relationship, it's about us. What are we going to do about this? Well, how can we make this better? How can um we just, you know, try something different, approach different than how we've been approaching things, because it seems like we're not getting anywhere the way we were, you know. Um, um, what are your goals? That's an open topic. Many of you probably don't even know your goals of your mates because you're so busy hackling them and jumping down their throat every little thing they do. You leave a dish in the sink. Why you leave the dish in the sink? Girl, clean that dish and put it in the dishwasher and shut up. Like, I mean, why you leave this open? Why you do this? Don't no man want that. I'm sorry. A man does not want a woman that is always nitpicking about every single thing. Guess what? He's created to be that provider of that home, and that's what's on his brain. He ain't thinking about no dish that's in the sink. Hello, okay? So, let's keep it real. The woman is the housekeeper. She keeps the home. She makes sure the home is smelling nice. Make sure, dishes don't get beyond her. I mean, yeah, they may sit in the sink for a minute, because I need a minute. You know what I mean? But it's never like a you didn't do the dishes today. Never that. Never that, because it's gonna be on my time. Um, but, as long as you can get and establish that reassurance and that open communication, those are the key pointers in a relationship because, like I said, you never know what a person has been through in their past relationships. They only gonna share a little bit with you, so you gotta search them and find out, what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what makes you sad? Do you not like to talk about this right now? Some people don't like to talk about their parents because they may have had a bad upbringing. It's a triggering subject. Let's switch the subject. Let's go happy, happy. But may be a time where you guys can effectively communicate that. But a lot of people don't open up to you with certain things until they really, really get to know you, and that's a part of the dating process is getting to know someone, to know them, to know the true them, you know. Um, and it takes a while to do that. It takes a while to do that. So you have to allow yourself time to do it. And over in First Peter 5 and verse 7, chapter 5, verse 7, it says, casting all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. And this is anyone that has this boiling over anxiety, like, like, oh, I'm in this, but I have anxiety. Like I don't know what to do with this anxiety. It says to cast them on him. And how do you cast something? You throw it, right? Throw it to him. Throw that anxiety to God. Let him handle it because it may be too big for you to handle, you know. And God is a burden bearer, so he can carry anything that we have. Things that we think we can handle. Oh, I got this. You just carrying it. It's like cast all your anxieties on him. Why? Because he cares for you. And it's then when he cares for you, it's a caring more than what even you would imagine. It's a caring even more than what your mom or dad care for you. Is that unbelievable or believable? It's believable to me because I know he created me. He knew Farah before my mom knew Farah, before my dad knew Farah. He knew me. And with all of that, you just got to make sure that you understand where your anxiety comes from because it is definitely depression. It's trauma. I did a whole study on it, which I'm gonna come back on and talk more about these anxiety and this depression that has tried to take over our entire society. But you can come to grips with it if only you understand what it actually is. And that's a whole nother teaching. Maybe I'll do it next week on talking about the more and more specific of the anxieties because you can definitely get control of that and not let it control your life. Because once you let something control your life, then it's not you're acting out of character, and no one really knows how you really act because they say, "Okay, well, I might not say nothing because she might just go off on me or she might just spaz out on me. So let me just, not say anything." So, you just gotta understand yourself, love yourself, okay? And don't be with anyone that doesn't understand your struggle and your traumas and understand you personally. Because once they get to know you personally, that's when they know if they really truly love you. You cannot love a person from the outer appearance. It's what's on the inside. And we've all been through things. We've all have came out of situations. We've all been through things. Okay. But it's how you came out and how you are living now. Are you letting it affect you? Are you letting it get you down? Is it holding you back from something? Okay. So let's make sure that it's not doing any of those things. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you are moving in a positive space, a positive attitude, a positive space. Okay. Not everyone is out to get you. Not everyone wants bad for you. It's actually some people that wants good for you. You have to look at that too. There's still good people out here. You can't put everybody in the bag. Like, oh, this person hurt me, so now I'm gonna put you in the bag too because you said this to me because I'm just preparing. You're gonna hurt me. I'm gonna put you in the bag too, and then now I'm gonna put you in the bag. Now I got a whole bag, of um things and people in here that may hurt me, like this person hurt me. So I'm gonna keep them in the bag. Which meaning, like, you're not gonna deal with them. 'Em. You're not gonna talk to them. You're not gonna communicate with them because they may say just one thing and I'm off. You know what I mean? You can't put everyone in that same bag because like I said, there's still good people out here. There's still good, loving, caring people out here, and I'm a witness to that. I've ran into so many people. I've made so many friends. I've met so many acquaintances that have truly been blessings in my life. Like, even just by praying for me. when I don't know they're praying for me, or sending me a text message, "Hey, how you doing? Thinking about you. We need to connect, let's hook up, let's do this, that, and the other. Those are good positive things, right? They're not asking me to, hey girl, let's go hang out, let's go get drunk, let's go to the bar. Those are things that are dragging you down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a time and a place. Yeah, you may be young. Yeah. When that stuff start to fade away, you start to seeing your real purpose in life. You don't really want to go down that road. You don't want to be in those type of environments anymore. You see your life changing. So allow that change to happen. Don't be stagnated and say, "Oh, well, Imma hang out all weekend and then Imma get up and go to work and I'm 40 some years old." That wouldn't work for me. Not in this day and age, So, it's some real soul searching that you have to do, but it's okay. It will be okay. And I pray that God sends someone in your life that will give you that reassurance without you even knowing, because that's the best, right? When you don't know that they're giving you that reassurance, they already know how you wired, like just off rip, off of how you conversate and how you talk about things. They already know how you are, and that usually that person. That's usually your person. When you can click like this, like a puzzle, and there's no space in between, that is your true soulmate. When someone knows you before you even can explain it to them, they already know how you are. Like my husband, for instance, he know I like to shop. He knows this. I like clothes. He knows this, you know. He's a impulse shopper. He'll just, "Oh, I gotta run to the store." I'm like, "What store are you going to?" And he guess where he going to, either Best Buy or Walmart, because he gonna buy some electronics. That's what he loves to do, you know? And I know him, and I know that's what he like to do. So you think I'm gonna beat him, "Stop buying that." No, he buying it because he know he can afford to get it, so go ahead and do it. And the same with me, you know? Um, he knows what I like to do, he knows that my family is very important to me, and same for him, it's like we both know each other. So that's where that reassurance comes in. And I just want you guys to understand that even if you've been in a toxic relationship, marriage, coming out of a divorce that was toxic, um, even family members that are toxic, just so you know, God can send you someone that will give you that reassurance and will give you that hope that you never thought you would see ever again because you probably, "I give up. I ain't even trying no more." That's when God step in usually, when you give up. So that goes back to that casting all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. He already know your heart. He know where your mind is, and he know what you need before you need it. Let me say that again. He knows what you need before you need it. So you may think, "What is this? Why am I getting this? Why this, that, and the other?" Because he knows what you need before you need it. He's just that great. He's just that wonderful. And I hope that you guys love this episode, and I hope that you share it, share it, share it, share it, because it's not enough good information out there. We're getting boggled with all this crappy, toxic, horrible, nasty, disgusting stuff on social media, and there's not enough good news being spreaded. Please share. Please share. Please share. Even if it doesn't apply to you, guess what? Share because someone else on your page may need to hear this. Share it. It all it do press the button. Press the button. That's all you gotta do. And it's shared just like that. Okay. So fair to relatable coach here. And remember, girl, you are, say it with me. You are the asset.